This week I'm in the Mercedes-Benz GLC300 4MATIC, and it's a stylish medium SUV that looks robust for its class. And after a week of driving it with my family of three and discovering all of the fun features, I can honestly say that this is a firm competitor against its luxury rivals, the BMW X3, Audi Q5 and Volvo XC60. But its price tag isn't as competitive. Stay watching to find out what else we've discovered. There's only one model for the GLC SUV, and the AMG line interior and exterior packs are all included in the base price, which is just over $100,000 before on-road costs. That prices this as one of the more expensive options compared to its rivals, and that's before you add any extras. Our model has also been fitted with a premium package, which adds $5,308 to the overall price tag. I do really like the features that you get with it though, like the laminated front windows, which muffle external noises and also insulates the interior. The sat-nav gets an upgrade with an augmented reality feature, which is just a fancy way of saying that there's dynamic guidelines overlaid on a live video stream. You also get some extra safety features as well as hands-free keyless entry. So this is going to cost you a fair bit of cash, but you get a lot of features for that money. Plus, the way that everything's been integrated feels pretty seamless in here. The full specs are in my written review at carsguide.com.au if you want more info. This is at the larger end of the medium SUV scale, but because of the slopey roofline and the sleek styling of the body paneling and bonnet, it makes it look sporty rather than big, and it's downright sexy with the 20-inch alloys, chrome highlights, and those twin exhausts. I love how this looks and the attention to detail, like the repeated Mercedes star in the grille, in the lights, and the wireless charging pad inside the cabin. The interior is the highlight for me though, because the curvy dash is headlined by an 11.9 touchscreen multimedia system and these very cool looking vents. The cabin feels nice and airy because of the massive sunroof, but you do feel like you're getting tucked in because of the sport seats and the tighter elbow room. That feeling's enhanced by the narrow door openings plus the chunky B-pillar, but you never feel cramped because you have so much head and legroom in here. It also feels very driver friendly. All the touch pads, buttons and dials are well placed and within easy reach. These seats are super comfortable. They're electric, heated, plus you get extra lumbar support and extendable under thigh support. You also have a kinetic function. Think of it more as relaxing stretching rather than a massage, but very nice to have on a long road trip. The individual storage options are really good up front, with a dual opening middle console and a very handy utility tray in front that houses the retractable cup holders and wireless charging pad. I really like how the doors actually curve out because you get extra large storage bins and drink bottle holders too. I like the charging options up front with that wireless charging pad and 3 USB-C ports. Once you get used to it, the multimedia system is very easy to use and intuitive. You can really get in there and customize your driving experience, which is great. It has wide Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. And I really like the fingerprint feature on this. So you can actually lock away your profile and any sensitive information like a saved home address in the sat-nav against your own fingerprint. I'm in the back seat and it's still very comfortable, but a bit firmer than the front seats and not as much under thigh support. But there's still plenty of head and legroom back here, so taller passengers will be happy. The amenities are okay, but not amazing for a model this well specified. You don't have climate control, but you do have directional air vents, reading lights and hardened kick plates for added practicality, but you're going to miss out on USB ports back here, which isn't awesome for longer road trips with kids. My 6-year-old found this very easy to get in and out of, plus he loved the massive sunroof and the ambient lighting. There's plenty of individual storage options with map pockets, big bins in each door with massive drink bottle holders, plus retractable cup holders in this fold-down armrest. You have ISOFIX child seat mounts on the outboard seats plus 3 top tethers. 2 seats are going to fit best, and there's plenty of room for front passengers when a 0 to 4 rearward facing child seat is installed too. I also didn't have any issues fitting my monster booster seat this week because of how wide the doors open. The boot is a fantastic size at 620 litres, and you can even bump that up to 1,680 litres if you pop the back row down. Now the back row is very practical with a 40-20-40 split, and there are electric buttons in the boot to fold them down if you need to. There's a lockable floor, and underneath that floor there's a temporary spare tyre. I think it's really great that Mercedes includes some extra safety items back here, like a reflective vest and triangle, as well as a first aid kit. It's been really cool having the hands-free powered tailgate this week, and I love how wide this aperture is, handy for when you need to fit bulkier items. This has a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine with a maximum power output of 190 kilowatts and 400 newton meters worth of torque. It's got plenty of power, which makes it a real pleasure to drive on the flats or even hills. This is an all-wheel drive and has a 9-speed auto transmission, which is delightfully smooth. Basically, this is a really good all-rounder for me. It has the power and the poise. The turbo petrol engine hums along nicely, and you're not feeling like you're digging deep for any of the power, which is great. This happily cruises on the open road or in the city and mountains alike. I've really enjoyed driving it this week. The 9-speed auto transmission is damn smooth, and there's no clunky gear changing. I did turn off the auto start stop feature though, because I liked how the car responded when it was off in the city. The steering feels really concise, and I like how this handles corners. There's not much roll. Also, the suspension is fantastic. This has immense ride comfort, and you're well cushioned, but you're very firmly placed on the road. It's a nice combo. The visibility is great, but the B pillar is quite chunky. I do like the placement of the blind spot monitoring though, and how clear it is. This was great to park. The 360-degree view camera is bloody awesome. And honestly, so clear and easy. Plus, I felt really comfortable maneuvering this because of the 11.8 meter turning circle. Makes a tight city car park very easy. The official combined fuel cycle is 7.7 litres per 100 kilometres. My real-world usage came to 9.1 litres. I did do a very healthy mix of open road and urban driving this week, so I'm pretty happy with how respectable that figure is, especially given how big this is and that it's a turbo. Based off the official combined fuel cycle and 71 litre fuel tank, you should see a driving range of about 922 kilometres, which is great for families who do road trips. The GLC has lots of safety features, and I really like the pre-safe systems, in particular the pre-crash audio that's transmitted through the sound system when an imminent collision is detected. It basically just means that it sends something to your inner ear to dampen any further sounds if an accident actually occurs. This has a maximum 5-star ANCAP safety rating from testing done in 2022. It also has 8 airbags, including the newer front center airbag. The full safety specs are in my written review at carsguide.com.au if you want more info. The ongoing costs for this aren't the best. It comes with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, which is pretty normal for this class. However, you can pre-purchase a 3, 4 or 5-year servicing plan, and the 5-year plan costs a hefty $6,455, or an average of $1,291 per service, which is very expensive for this class. Servicing intervals though are quite reasonable at every 12 months or a longer than usual 25,000 kilometres, whichever occurs first. The Mercedes-Benz GLC300 4MATIC is a gorgeous medium SUV that should suit a lot of families. It's got a practical cabin and a good sized boot, and it handles really well and isn't as thirsty as what I thought it would be. The initial outlay and the ongoing costs are steep compared to its rivals, but you get a stack of features in this and it handles really well. So this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. My husband and son loved the ambient lighting and using all of those fun features this week, and so they give it a 9 out of 10. If you're after more details, check out my written review at carsguide.com.au, and I'll see you next week.